There we go. We are
This is
live.
it.
Episode
Take
1.
one.
Yeah. Episode 1 of Yada Yada. Here we go. I'm your host, Books Pennington. This is my co-host, Dirty Sanchez.
It's something like that. Depends on the day who the host is.
Both co-hosts. All
Or
right.
co.
Should we let the people know why we're
So
podcasting?
what is this, Books? Tell me what we're doing right now. What is this all about?
I think this is really just all about boredom. We're just bored. Well, let me see here. Let me pull up my description.
So for those of you that don't know, for all those tens of listeners out there,
Right.
this man right here is an English genius. And he came up with a perfect description, like spot on, of what this podcast is all about. I really want you to read that. I do. I want you to show off a little bit.
Okay, here we go.
Use that degree that you got.
Right, this is it. This is why I paid $20,000. Here we go. Paying off right here in this description. Yada Yada is a podcast where two cousins, that's us, ramble about absolutely nothing. Because really, who needs a plan? It's like that conversation you have at 2 a.m. when you're pretending to be deep, but mostly just wondering why socks disappear in the dryer. Tune in for pointless banter, random musings, and zero life lessons.
Yeah, you're not going to get any life lessons from us.
Nope.
As wise as we are. I do have some gray hair, but...
You do. You are graying.
Yeah,
that was
it
quick.
It runs in the... It's genetic, I think.
Hey, my brother, he's graying. He's already about as gray as you are right now, actually. You can believe that.
He's a stressed out little kid.
Well, as much as we are going to ramble, we do have some topics to keep us from just wasting everybody's time.
Yeah, including our own.
Excuse me?
Including our own time.
Yes, exactly. Let's see here. The first of those topics.
Yeah, what do you want to start with?
Well, I think we should start with the viral topic at the moment, which happens to be the one that I'm least familiar with. So you're gonna have to explain this to me because
let me tell you,
I'm not on X that much.
Yeah, so there's this app called Twitter, and then this guy named Elon Musk. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he bought it, and now it's called X.
Okay.
So I like to call it Twix. But
that's not bad.
There's this viral thing going around. How it started, I have no idea. There's this viral topic of who would win in a fight. Okay. 100 men. And that's as specific as it gets. It's not like these are the 100 men or grown men or
it can be
70-year-old men. It's
children,
just 100 men.
All the way from children to UFC fighters.
Yeah, okay. Right. So versus one gorilla.
Okay.
I'm guessing like silverback, bang on your chest type gorilla.
Right. Like Kerchak.
Like, yeah. Like, yeah. So the overwhelming majority, from what I've seen, is the 100 men would do it. And I'm not sure I disagree. I mean, you think about 100 men. Now, obviously, like I said, there's no specifics. It's just 100 men. So anyway, I went to ChatGPT, which you mentioned earlier. Like, has anybody done this? I'm way ahead of you.
Now, so let me read you. Do you want to reveal ours before ChatGPT?
Yeah. So yeah, you tell me 100 men. I still think 100 men, unarmed, no weapons.
Right. Okay. I agree. Yeah. Because if I get to choose the 100 men, I think, I mean, maybe half of them die. So but I think that gorilla is going to get tired of killing these men after a while, and then that's just going to be it.
Fatigue is going to set in on the silverback.
Exactly. Is there something that's comparable to this, like to 100 men versus a gorilla? I'd have to think about that for a second.
What do you mean? Like a different animal versus?
Exactly. Like, would this be like 100 ants versus a spider or something like that? Like,
yeah.
something.
I mean,
Maybe.
I feel like it's so. I don't know. I don't understand where it came from. I don't really know why it's a topic, but it's all over Twix right now.
Well, what is ChatGPT?
So ChatGPT, I just typed in who would win between a fight of 100 men and a gorilla.
Right.
So I'm sure ChatGPT was like, this is the billionth time I've seen this. But
yeah, most likely.
So it says, in a straight up fight between 100 armed men and a gorilla, the men would almost certainly win. So we got ChatGPT on our side.
There we go.
But not without serious consequences. Here's why. A fully grown male gorilla is 4 to 9 times stronger than the average man, with the ability to lift up to 1,800 pounds.
1,800 pounds.
Like, that's almost a ton. Just right up over his head, I guess. Its bite force is over 1,300 psi, which just says enough to crush bone. So just get its mouth over your skull and you're just gone, I guess.
Right.
It also has extreme speed and agility. Gorillas have thick skin, dense, so they take criticism very well. They got thick skin, dense muscle, and high pain tolerance. Their tactics, most people would panic or hesitate. So that's where I think, like, who's going to be the first guy to go attack this gorilla? Right. Because you're going to die.
Right.
So if you want to be the guy that sacrifices yourself and just goes all in at this silverback, then I can see another guy jump in, another guy jump in, another guy jumping in. But the problem is I don't want to be the first guy to jump in and go toe-to-toe with the silverback.
That's true. I haven't really considered like the human element, you know?
Yeah, like a gorilla's
if it was a video game. First. If it was a video game with like real world graphics or real world, like a real world
combat type thing.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the men got it, but if they have like a human conscious, that might, like, fear would be a big factor.
Yeah. So it says, but with 100 people, the sheer numbers can overwhelm even the strongest creature. Once the gorilla is mobbed, so once again, if that ever happens, especially if some men are willing to sacrifice themselves to restrain or tire it out, it would eventually be brought down. Likely, though, dozens of men would be severely injured or killed before that happens. And then it says, the winner, 100 men eventually, casualties very high. And then the gorilla's odds in the first 30 seconds are pretty scary. So if you're looking at like betting odds, the gorilla's going to come out hot on like a 10-0 run. Like, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. I ripped your arm off, bit your head, that kind of stuff.
You still got 90 dudes.
Right.
Right.
So I have a question for you. So we both agree, ChatGPT agrees.
Right.
How many would it take? How many could the gorilla take? Think on that.
I think
100's a lot of dudes.
100's a lot. But I mean, like, I feel like 30. Because, like you said, I think after the first 10, I'm going to say 30. I think 30 guys could kill a silverback with their bare hands if they had to do it. If there was like a fire behind them, the only way to get out of it was to go through the silverback.
Mm-hmm.
I think they all rush them at the same time.
That's the key to the victory, I think.
Right.
You've got to ambush this gorilla. Or you've got to somebody's just got to sacrifice themselves, and then everybody else, while he's distracting him and eating that guy, I guess the other one's going to ambush him.
Exactly.
I don't know. Yeah. If you go, you think about, I would think it would take at least 3 guys per limb. Like you got 4, you got 2 arms, 2 legs, 3 guys per limb to hold and maintain or contain this gorilla. And then my tactic is to go straight for the eyes. Like, you just got to gouge that gorilla's eyes out. and really inflict some pain that it's not going to like. Now, that's probably going to make it even more mad, which would probably suck for the guys that are trying to hold it down. But you think 3 guys per limb, that's 12. Give or take a few more. I think 15 to 20 is a safe bet.
15 to 20, you think?
Yeah. But it's got to be like, I want to pick the guys, though.
Right.
I don't want some random guy off the street to go fight this gorilla.
It's got to be like some Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Now,
big dudes.
Yeah. I want like guys that are like karate black belts, not like steroid show muscle guys, though.
Maybe like some Navy SEALs.
Yes. Like some Marines, some Navy SEAls. Some psycho crazy karate taekwondo people.
Right. Just tweaking on something.
Yeah.
Send that guy out.
So I'm glad we agreed that, and ChatGPT is on our side as well.
Yeah. I feel
100
like,
men.
Yeah.
That's just a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. I think 100 men definitely. I think the 20 is still kind of a maybe for me. I feel like the 20 would be like the fight on in Infinity War where they're trying to get the glove off of Thanos.
Yes, that's what
I feel like that's like 20 dudes versus the gorillas, like the heroes, trying to get the glove off of Thanos. Yeah. I think that's a good comparison. Which they almost do, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no spoilers. This is a no spoilers podcast.
No spoilers.
Even though we're going to talk movies here in a second.
Is that a segue? Was that a segue?
Yeah. So let's move on to our next one. This is I knew more about that one. You're going to know more about this one. So you went and saw. There's this new movie called Sinners.
There is.
And you went and saw this last night at 9 p.m., which I have an issue with for multiple reasons.
It was a late showing, but you got to do what you got to do when you have kids,
Yeah, I don't have that issue yet, or that blessing yet.
Right, right.
So here, a question before we get started: how would you go to a movie? How late is a late? Like, it's too late. I can't go to that. In theater.
In theater, did they even do like midnight showings anymore? Is that even a thing? I remember when it used to be a thing.
I feel like midnight showings are at like 3 p.m. the day before it comes out.
Exactly.
That's the new midnight showing.
Yeah, like a 9 p.m. showing was late. You're basically getting out of theater at midnight, pretty much, depending on the movie.
Yeah.
It would have to be like past 10 p.m. showing. It would have to be a movie that I'd like really have to see, like really need to see, and this would be like the only time that I could possibly go see it.
Yeah, it's got to be special.
At that point, like I don't even. It's almost just too late for popcorn and Coke. Like I don't even want anything after 10 p.m.
Yeah. I just sit in my chair and try not to fall asleep.
I'm just gonna feel terrible if I eat that before bed. But yeah, so after 10 p.m. that's a no go. For old guys like us.
Yeah. Well, usually I'm in bed by 9:30 or so anyway.
Right. Now I do have a problem going. I will just stay up on my phone or watching TV until like it's midnight. But at least I'm at home and I can just jump in bed.
Yeah, true. All right. So Sinners is a horror movie. Yes.
It could be classified as a horror movie. I'd say horror thriller. Almost, it's like I wouldn't call it a musical, but music is a big part of it.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Did not really expect. I didn't see too many trailers. I think I saw like half a trailer for this movie before I went to see it. I just knew that it was getting some good reviews. It's got a high score on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a good cinema score.
A big deal.
Rotten Tomatoes, I could take it or leave it, but it did have a good cinema score, which I do kind of put some value on, because apparently a cinema score is, and people in the chat, all those people we have in the chat, they can correct us. Please correct me, chat, if I'm wrong. But I think cinema score is like actual people walking out of the theater and they like grade the movie like with a fresh take, and it's like audience members, not critics.
Okay.
And I don't know how they get those.
Do you think there's some recency bias in that?
I know that. Huh?
You think there's some recency bias in that?
Maybe. I feel like Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler's a director, so shout out to him because I did enjoy the movie. I'll get that out of the way.
We'll try to get Ryan Coogler on the show sometime.
Yeah, one day we will. We'll show him that hat.
I'll get him
jump right on. But Ryan Coogler's a director, stars Michael B. Jordan. I mean, it's made tons of money, so pretty much everybody knows a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I had heard of it. I just have no interest whatsoever.
Now, is it horror as a genre that you're just averse to?
Yes, 100%.
Just what is it?
I see no purpose at all in those movies.
I see an artistic purpose. Well, I don't. I wish I was more of a horror fan than I am, because I'll explain.
Please do.
Unfortunately, at the moment, fortunately for a lot of people that like horror movies, but unfortunately for you and me who aren't too high on horror movies or just outright don't like them.
Right.
A lot of the creativity in Hollywood is coming out of the horror genre at the moment. It feels like they're like the studios are giving chances to filmmakers to go out and create the movies that they want to make without any studio interference or without tons of studio interference. It's not part of a connected franchise. It's not, it's not the Marvel stuff. It's not any kind of superheroes. It's not Star Wars. It's not any of that sludge that is continuing to be dumped out that people are getting sick of. Right. It's original movies written and directed by one person, and it's just that creative vision. It's auteur filmmaking, if you will. And that's why I wish I was more of a horror fan, because the horror genre is kind of booming right now. It's blossoming. That's where all the filmmakers want to go, I think, just because there's so much room for creativity there.
So can you spell the word auteur?
Auteur. I think it's like AUTEUR, something like that.
EUR. For those of you in the chat that don't know what that means,
right,
you're not alone. So Google says auteur, it's a filmmaker whose personal influence and artistic control over a movie are so great that the filmmaker is regarded as the author of the movie. So that makes sense to what you were saying.
Right. The author.
There's no other outside involvement. I designed this movie. I wrote this movie. This is how this movie is going to be made.
Exactly. And there's so many filmmakers in the horror genre right now. I mean, Jordan Peele is a big one, which he's had a lot of success there. Ari Aster has done some stuff. Who directed Nosferatu? I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. I love all 3 of his movies that he's made. 4 of his movies.
Nosferatu, that's on SpongeBob.
He is on SpongeBob.
That's who flips the switch.
That was my first.
The light switch.
Let's see here. Nosferatu. Robert Eggers. That's right. Robert Eggers. He's one of my favorites. One of my favorites. He did The Witch. Did you watch The Witch? Probably not. He did The Witch, The Lighthouse, The Northman, and he just did Nosferatu, which I saw in theaters with my wife.
What time did you go see Nosferatu?
That was not as late. Well, it was like a 6 p.m. showing,
So here's another issue I have. If I go, because I have seen horror movies. Like I don't want to go see them. It wouldn't be my first choice. I have seen them, and I probably will see one again before I die. Right. But if I had the option, the last time of the day I'm going to see a horror movie is at night.
That was when I first decided that we were going to go, when me and my wife decided, hey, this is the only time we can go watch this movie, let's go watch it. I did have a hesitation. She didn't know anything about the movie besides it's the director of Black Panther, which is a movie that she likes a lot.
There you go.
And so that's how I got her. That's how I reeled her in.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And then she probably got there and was just like, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
To be fair, it's not like an outright like.
Are there jump scares?
There aren't that many jump scares. Like there's like a couple. There's a few.
See, I'm not a jump scare guy. I don't like jump scares.
There really aren't that many. There are a few jump scares. Really, the only jump scares that I saw were at the very beginning. I won't spoil anything, but there's a few like flashes to like a couple flashbacks that are so fast they look like a jump scare.
Yeah.
But there really aren't that many jump scares. It's more it kind of turned more into a like kind of just not a traditional vampire movie, but it is about vampires. I don't know if I've told you
Okay,
that.
so that was my next question.
Right.
Like there's different types of horror. There's like ghosts, there's demons, there's like real life, like
Mhm.
scary stuff, there's clowns, there's all kinds.
Mhm.
Vampires, I guess, could maybe be considered one. So it's a
Zombies.
vampire.
That's a big one. Zombies.
Zombies can be horror.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty horrified by zombies. So
Right. And this is all vampires. Very different kind of vampire than we saw
yeah, I did not.
in Nosferatu. Very different.
Nosferatu's vampires too, huh?
He is. He's a vampire. It's actually
Didn't
based
know.
on the original. This is a remake. Nosferatu
See,
is a
I
remake
figured that.
of the like I think it's 1929 or something original. I think
Wow, that's a long time ago.
it's a silent movie. It's actually really pretty cool if you ever check it out.
It's a silent movie.
It's a silent movie. Like there'll be, like you see someone's mouth moving, then it'll cut to a like a cue card of what they just said, written in black and white. It's that
That
old.
does not sound like what I want to
Like
see.
there's no audio. There's just music. There's no talking audio. It's not a talkie. Those weren't invented yet, or maybe they were. They just wasn't.
Oh, the old one.
Yeah, the old one. Yeah.
This one now is not that way.
Right. The new one is a
Oh,
remake. It has
okay.
it's in color and there's audio.
Yeah, I figured there was color. But
Hey, you never know with Robert Eggers. He made The Lighthouse a couple years
oh,
ago
I know, Robert. You got to watch out for him.
and it was in black and white, which was pretty crazy.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah,
Well,
so it turned it, and the thing about vampire movies is most of the time they're either like super cheesy
yes.
or they're either super cheesy or no,
Scary.
they're usually just
Horror.
pretty super cheesy to be honest with you.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
yeah,
I can't think of any other.
I mean, there's difficult like Bram Stoker's Dracula and the new Nosferatu movie that just came out. Those lean into the horror elements of vampires. This one I feel like this one, Sinners, was a pretty good in between. Like it was just a bunch of sexy vampires. It could have been cheesy.
Yeah.
But it ended up being pretty scary, but also like the lore behind the vampires was pretty interesting. A lot, like I said, a lot about music and how music kind of attracts these vampires in a way, you know. Anyway, I don't want to.
So how many times did you like flinch?
I flinched more watching the previews before the movie than during this movie.
I get that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they always do that. The previews for your movie are always the same like genre as the movie you're seeing.
Right. Like this isn't one of those movies that you're going to go see where it's just a bunch of people like you don't care about the characters, you're ready for them to just die so the movie gets over with and you stop being scared. No, this is one that you actually care about the characters, you care about the stakes in the movie and
Gotcha.
you want the characters to win, and it actually, it matters to you. It's a very character driven movie. So that was pretty refreshing to see. And also there's some sequences in the movie with music that were really really cool.
Good music.
Very good music. And I was sort of a fan. It takes place in Mississippi in like 1939. So it's or 32 or something. So there's a bunch of blues music, like old school Mississippi Delta blues, which I had been exposed to a little bit, but not a whole lot. So it was cool to get a bunch of blues music. But surprisingly, and slight spoiler for anyone that cares about.
I won't see it, but
okay.
Hey, chat, if you're gonna go see this movie,
listen here.
You need to fast forward about 2 minutes.
There's a bunch of Irish jigs.
Oh.
There's not a bunch. There's like 3 Irish jigs of that. Like these vampires are singing Irish jigs, which I did not expect. But it was really
that
entertaining.
would make me laugh.
I was tapping my feet. I wanted to join these vampires.
Well, you should have.
Sing some Irish jigs with them.
You should have got up and just started dancing in the aisle. It only takes one. It's like going to fight a gorilla. Like once the first person jumps on that gorilla, once the first person does that Irish jig at the 10 o'clock showing of Sinners,
yeah,
everybody's jumping in.
I think everybody was delirious enough in that theater to join in with me. You know,
absolutely. Yeah,
all the parents having drinks away from their kids. 10 p.m. Let's do it. Let's sing some Irish
why not? Let's do it.
Another movie before we move on from movies.
Yeah, tell me.
Another movie I got to see recently. Did I tell you we went up to Stillwater to visit Old Steely Dan?
You didn't tell me, but I saw on the book.
Yeah, we went up to Stillwater to visit my brother. It was a good time. Haven't seen him in person in a couple months, so that was fun to do. Stillwater, Oklahoma. Not a ton to do. It's a college town though.
Yeah. Go Cowboys or Pokes, I guess.
Yeah, go Pokes. I guess I'm affiliated with the Pokes now.
Yeah, poke them.
Yeah, they're in the family. Anyway, while we were up there, we got to go see Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith in theaters. It was so great. The theater was real. I mean, it was not an impressive theater. No offense to Stillwater, Oklahoma, but it was not.
Anybody in the chat from Stillwater, you just keep your thoughts to yourself.
I mean, it looked like it was built in 1970 and nobody touched it since. But it was fun nonetheless. Got to see it with my brother and my dad, and that's something that hasn't happened. We saw this movie before when it came out, but that's something that hasn't happened in 20 years. It's me watching that with my brother and my dad in the theater.
There you go.
A fun time.
Well, a little nostalgia there.
It was a little nostalgia. I was 6 years old when that came out in theaters. It was a little traumatic to see Anakin burn alive as a 6-year-old, but it was worth it.
If you haven't seen Star Wars Revenge of the Sith by now, then you can't complain about spoilers. Like there's a spoiler, but you can't complain.
Yeah, it's 20 years old. It's the best movie ever. So what are you doing with your life, really?
Well, living anything but that. So that was another thought I had the other day because I saw that it was like back out in theaters or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that was another question: is when are they going to end this? Like, when is Star Wars ever? And you kind of mentioned some sludge of Star Wars.
There has been some sludge.
When is it ever? Are they going to stop ever? Are they making money?
They
have to be.
They are making money. Their Disney Plus numbers have not been great.
Nobody goes to Disney Plus to watch Star Wars.
Unfortunately, that is the current state. I'm one of those weird Star Wars fans. I don't know if I might be a minority Star Wars fan, where I'm more of a George Lucas fan than I am a Star Wars fan. So the first 6 movies are like the cinematic Bible for me. Like that's if I could only take 6 movies to a desert island, I'm taking the first episode 1 through 6 of Star Wars.
Write that down for episode 2. 6 movies you take to a desert island.
Well, spoiler. I'm taking those. I'll vary it up for that episode, but really, I would take those 6 movies just because I think it's like modern day mythology. It's like the Iliad and the Odyssey for us people.
So I am excited about that.
Age.
Yeah. So they're making a movie about the Odyssey.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Christopher Nolan. I sure did.
So I read the Odyssey in high school against my will.
Did you really?
Shout out to my English teacher from high school.
There you go.
Had to read it. Didn't enjoy it at all.
Right.
But know what it is and kind of excited about it.
Did you read it in the original ancient Greek?
I don't. I don't speak Greek. Can't read Greek. This is America. The teaks for whatever class that was call for American version, English version. Right. So no, I did not. But I do have an idea of what that is, and I am actually kind of interested in what the movie is going to look like. So,
yeah, I'm excited. I don't know how I feel about the cast yet, but
have
I
they
do.
released the cast? Do they know who it is?
They have, yeah. Matt Damon is apparently
Oh,
playing Odysseus, so
oh
there we
dear.
go. Matt Damon. You got Tom Holland is playing his son,
Okay,
Telemachus. I think that's how you pronounce it. Zendaya's in it. I don't think her role's been announced yet. Um,
that's a few names right there, right
yeah,
off the bat.
Zendaya. John Bernthal's in it.
Don't know who that is.
That's a Punisher guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then another big. Oh, Robert Pattinson's in it.
Oh, speaking of vampires,
Speaking of vampires, Robert Pattinson. There you
there
go.
you go.
He's made
Okay.
the full transformation from vampire all the way to Batman. He's just
Yeah, he's pretty. He's kind of made a full circle.
he pulled a big 180. He's actually
Yeah.
this might surprise you, but not to get too off topic. I'll circle around to Star Wars at some point. But
It's all right.
I would
Yada
say
yada yada.
right, yada yada. Anyway, but Rob Pattinson is actually he's definitely in my top 3 favorite actors in Hollywood right now.
Ooh,
Yeah, he's up there. Maybe
episode
number
2
1.
sneak preview.
Right.
Top actors,
Exactly. Yeah.
favorite
Absolutely.
actors.
Like, The Batman is my second favorite superhero movie ever with Rob.
Really,
Yeah.
most recent Batman
The most recent Batman with Robert
with
Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Matt Reeves
Second
directed.
favorite superhero movie of all time.
Second favorite superhero movie of all time.
Wow.
That's high praise. In the words of,
Chat, I get one guess. Dark Knight is his first one.
that's a really good guess. That's a really good guess. But
What is it?
that is number 3. I'm a big
Dark Knight
Batman.
Rises.
No.
That's number 1.
That is in my no, that's in my top 10.
What is number 1?
Number
Enlighten
1,
us.
you'll
Probably Marvel.
be mad at yourself for not guessing this. It's Spider-Man 2.
Oh,
To-
yeah.
Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire, baby.
For some
Doc
reason,
Ock.
chat, listen to this. For some reason, this guy is a huge Tobey Maguire fan. Let me just show you. Anytime I hear the word Toby, if you ever come in here, don't take offense to this. You got to be able to take some constructive criticism. But anytime I see or hear the words Tobey Maguire, this is what I think of.
His uncle just got killed. How would you react?
I understand that. But like that is just like I can't take you serious. I'm sorry.
Oh, good old
I'm
Toby.
sorry.
Oh boy, yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, I should have guessed Spider-Man. That's on me. That's
Spider-Man 2. It's so good.
yeah.
I could make a 5-hour video about why I like
Well,
Spider-Man 2.
chat, if you want the 5-hour video to that, let me know and I'll get it to you. But I won't be watching that. All right, we got to move on. So
Okay.
the NBA playoffs are going on right now.
They are.
Over under. No, just tell me, how many games have you watched?
I've watched 1.
Yeah, 0 for me.
Yeah.
I've watched 0.
And when I say 1, I mean like I tuned in for like the last 10 minutes of a game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've watched 0. I hate the NBA.
Right.
Why
is that? Why is that, Ty?
Do you really want to know why?
Let me hear it.
Listen to this. About 2 months ago, Luka got traded. So anybody that's listening to this, I'm assuming knows that we're both Mavs fans.
Right.
Both Luka fans. And, well, former Mavs fans.
Mm-hmm.
Still current Luka fans.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since that has happened, I've had 0 interest whatsoever in anything that goes on in the National Basketball Association. I don't know why. I have my thoughts of, do I only like the NBA because the Mavs were good?
Mm-hmm.
That's a thought. Do I only like the NBA because I like Luka because he was on the Mavs? Like I don't even watch the Lakers. He's on the Lakers now with LeBron,
right,
who's also one of my favorite players. and I don't care to watch their games at all. I just feel like the NBA has gone away from basketball and gone more towards entertainment and soap opera, drama, anything non-related to basketball to get viewers. That's what
I
I think.
absolutely agree with you. And the sad thing is that yes, us Mavs fans are pissed at the NBA.
We got the brunt of it. Like
We did,
you
but
couldn't have chosen a different franchise.
right here's the thing though. Let me before we absolutely rip into everyone that needs ripping into and the NBA. Let me give Nico and Patrick Dumont and Adam Silver and Rob Pelinka their flowers because guess
Really?
what? Because guess what? The NBA, as much as we hate it and as much as we aren't watching, the playoff ratings at the moment are higher than last year by quite a bit. They are going through the roof. Yeah. And so I mean,
mission accomplished.
They are exactly. They're in the business of entertainment, and what's more entertaining than the best young superstar in the league on the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James
playing with the face of the NBA for the past 20 years.
Exactly. So, I mean,
well, screw them. I don't care if that's their goal or not.
No, it's awful. It's awful for Dallas, and it's gonna take for me at least. It'll take Nico and Dumont being gone from the franchise,
right?
Before I can root for him again. And unfortunately, that looks like it's gonna be a while. Yeah. Even if the fire Nico chants continue into next season, which I'm sure
they will.
They will.
Yeah.
I don't see him going anywhere because Dumont was right there behind him the whole time.
Yeah. And so. I think if Nico gets fired, I think I would tune in. Because the Mavs are gonna be good. Like I want the players to succeed.
That's what's awful.
The problem is AD is gonna be hurt half the time. Kyrie's already torn his ACL, so he's out for however long, probably till next January.
Yeah.
So like they're not going to be good until they get back.
Right.
So there's nothing to watch.
And the irony of that is that it was a win now trade. It was a think about the next 3 years trade. Well, guess what? You just that's screwed. There goes one.
That's gone. That's out the window.
So 2 left. What are we doing with it?
Yeah.
Are we going to go try to get Kevin Durant in the offseason? I don't even know.
No.
And then at that point, even if they tried to, and if they did, it would still be hard to root for them because it wouldn't feel like the Mavs at all.
It's not the Mavs. That's not the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks are Dirk Nowitzki, loyalty, hardworking, take a pay cut to get other players, community, fan loyalty type feel.
And that's why that 2011 championship run means more to us than the 9 rings that the Lakers have, or whatever, 13, whatever, however many they have, and the Celtics and all those championships. Our one run with Dirk is maybe the most impressive run in NBA playoff history. The people that he had to go through.
Yep.
And that's the Mavericks. Dirk built the Mavericks.
Yes. And guys and Mark Cuban. I give Mark Cuban a lot of credit too for what he did for the Mavericks. But the guys that are running the Mavericks now didn't know that or didn't realize that. They realize it now, that's for sure.
He made it pretty clear that last press conference that, Dirk's the most important thing to the franchise, even though he's not even with us anymore. He doesn't even recognize he doesn't recognize the Mavericks as much as we don't recognize the Mavericks. Probably even more.
Yeah.
Because he's inside of it. He sees what's going on.
Yeah. Nico, I don't know. Please come in the chat. Please come on the show at some point, Nico Harrison. I've got some words that I'd like to share with you. But when you walk into the American Airlines Center or wherever you work, when you go to a Mavs game and you walk in, there's one basketball statue outside. One. Like, you don't disclude that guy from anything that has to do with the Dallas Mavericks. And that's what you did. You ran him off. And now when you run him off, you're running the fans off. And when you run the fans off, hopefully you're losing a bunch of money and you get fired and don't ever get a job again, is what I hope.
Right. Loyalty.
Because you're an idiot.
Loyalty never fades away. Well, guess what? There's no more loyal fans.
No.
So it's gone.
No.
Y'all, you've burned the bridge.
Yeah, you can't win us back. The only way you could win us back is you come out, you say I was dead wrong. Everything that I've said. Every single interview he's done, it's gotten worse.
It has.
And everybody agrees with that. Like, you watch all the ESPN shows and the analysts, the people, other podcast people, like, everybody has said, dude, you've got to stop doing these interviews. Charles Barkley came out and said, stop coming on television. Every time you do this, it gets worse. And he's not wrong. Like, you literally said in your interview, I knew Luka was important. I just didn't know how important. Like, you're the general manager. It's your job to know what players are good and who the fans want to see. You basically said you don't care what the fans want. Exactly. You said, I'm going to make some decisions that might upset Dirk, which, well, that was stupid. You shouldn't have said that. Keep his name out of your mouth.
Right.
And then 2, you said it might upset the fans too.
Right.
Well, the fans are literally the ones that are paying to go to your stupid games. Oh, it just makes me so mad.
It's awful. And he keeps making it. It's like he thinks Nico seems like he can consolidate us by telling us that it was a basketball move to move Luka. Like, he thinks he keeps making it apparent that he thinks we're actually going to be better. Like, there's no, it wasn't a political move.
Right.
There wasn't, he claims there was no beef between them.
Which is false. 100% false.
Right. But he thinks that we're actually going to be a better basketball team by replacing Luka Doncic with Anthony Davis.
Yes. Because defense wins championships.
You can say that 30 times.
Yeah. And it still won't matter how many times you say it.
Right.
Because the NBA now is not the NBA of 20 years ago or even 10 years ago.
Right.
The saying that defense wins championships is out the window for the NBA.
Yeah. Just ask Rudy Gobert last season.
Yeah. How'd that work out for you? Like, 4-time defensive player of the year is just getting spun in a circle, step back 3. Probably one of the greatest memories of Luka on the Dallas Mavericks. Maybe the greatest of all time.
That was great.
Over the defensive player of the year. Like, you can't tell me defense wins championships when that happened.
Right. We watched that game together.
Did we? Oh, yeah. Y'all were in Canyon that time, weren't you? Yeah. What a joke. It's so stupid.
It's awful.
So,
it's awful.
Anyway.
I don't recognize it, and I'm out on the NBA. I don't even want to play 2K anymore.
So. Oh, easy now. Let's not go that far.
You got like 2K23. That's what I'm.
No, I'm 2K25, man. Pulled up the earlier actually. I was balling out.
Nice.
Did you see? So you're not on Twix, so you probably didn't. But did you see Tyrese Halliburton's buzzer beater last night?
No, I didn't.
So buzzer beater, not buzzer beater. It was like 1 second left when he made it, but drove by Giannis, got to the rim, laid it in to go up 1 with like a second left. Pacers beat the Bucks 4-1 to move on.
Oh wow!
They're going to play. They'll play the Cavs now in the second round.
Is Lillard?
Cavs are really good. No, so Lillard. So he was out for a while.
Okay.
He had a blood clot.
Really?
Like you remember what Chris Bosh had when they made him retire? Like he had the same thing. And Victor Wembanyama has it right now too. So that's kind of weird that that's happening.
Yeah, it is weird.
But he came back actually pretty quickly, like more quickly than they thought. And then he tore his Achilles.
That'll do it.
So he wasn't in the rest of the series. Maybe like game 1 or 2 he did that. Okay. So it was really just Giannis. But anyway, Tyrese Halliburton's dad sits under the goal and like for every game. first row under the goal. After the game, he comes onto the floor. He has a towel that has Tyrese Halliburton's picture on it or something.
Okay.
And is standing in front of Giannis and talking to him, holding that towel up.
What?
The dad of the best player on the other team comes on. This is AAU 4th grade stuff.
Right. That is
he's a fan, and he's out on the floor after the game talking crap to Giannis, holding up that towel of his son.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, after the game, they talked, and they were he was yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I got caught up in the moment, blah, blah, blah. Apparently, he released a statement that he was sorry or whatever. But, no longer allowed at the games, one.
Right.
If you are allowed at the games, you don't sit courtside. You're up in a suite, or you're not courtside. That's for sure. Absolutely not. And I'm surprised. If the NBA doesn't come out and say something, or even the Pacers, you got to do something. You can't just let him. Keep doing what he's doing.
That's very embarrassing. Can't even see LeVar Ball doing that.
Yeah.
God, I missed that guy.
Did you know he got his leg amputated?
LeVar Ball got his leg amputated?
Yeah, from knee down, he got his leg amputated, with complication of diabetes or something.
Diabetes? God, yeah. No, I didn't know that.
No, I didn't. I had no idea. And then I saw some random picture of him, and he was just sitting in a wheelchair. What in the world?
Jeez.
Yeah. He's still just as crazy though from the video.
Oh, I bet. That personality doesn't change. That's with you for life.
Yeah. And then LeBron is just LeBron. I could go on and on about him. 40 years old. He's 40.
Right.
I'm 25 and I can barely get up in the morning out of my bed. I can't even stand up straight. It takes me at least a minute and a half to just straighten my back.
Oh, yeah.
Got to pop my hips. Got to have my coffee. Otherwise, I'm just in a cranky mood all day. And this guy's 40 years old. He scored 38 the other night.
About to say a
38 playoff game.
That's wild. There's no. I mean, he can play for 5 more years, 7 more years.
He does.
There's no.
For all you people who are watching
slow down?
LeBron James is the greatest basketball player that has ever come onto Earth.
Wow! Did you hear that, chat?
Did you hear that, chat? There's debate. I'm not going to say there's no debate, but there is no debate. You can come up with all your, he doesn't have that mentality, or he ran to this team, he ran to that team, he's lost this many times in the finals. I don't care.
Right.
All the team stuff, I get it. I really do. But I'm not going to sit here and argue with you or anybody else that LeBron's not the greatest, because he is. And you're not going to change my mind. So if you have anything to say about that, just keep it to yourself, because I'm just going to ignore it.
I think I'll say something. I think what people, I think there's because of the time when Jordan played, before social media, before you knew the ins and outs of every single celebrity's life every day and what they post on Twitter. Mm-hmm. I think there's just a mythical aura around Jordan that people, that's how they hold him up, as some mythic figure, because his name is synonymous with greatness. Mm-hmm. You say, he's the Michael Jordan of tennis, or whatever it is.
Right.
I think there's a mythic aura around Jordan that I don't know will ever be removed.
Not until this generation dies.
True. I think it'll take generations to die off for that aura.
And do you think the generation before that said stuff about Bill Russell and
I'm sure.
Kareem,
we've heard interviews of Michael Jordan himself talking about not he won't compare himself with Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain and all those guys and Jerry West, just because they were the greatest of their time, and there's they put an aura around them as well.
Yeah.
Here's a maybe a more fun debate, just because Jordan LeBron is probably going to go on until the end of time.
Yeah.
But here's one that might not be settled yet. Greatest point guard of all time, Magic Johnson or Steph Curry?
It's definitely Steph Curry. Listen here, chat. There might be a debate, but there is no debate. It's Steph, Wardell, Stephen Curry.
Magic's like 6'9".
Cool.
He was like he was the first ginormous point guard. He changed the game. Showtime, baby.
And Steph didn't change the game.
He's probably changed. That's probably changed the game more than anybody.
Every B team basketball game I've ever been to in my entire life, there's more 3-pointers taken than there are shots inside 3 feet.
That is true. That is true. I think. Did you see Jordan's quote recently about
that?
About Magic being the greatest?
No.
He basically just said he basically said what you just said, but for Magic Johnson. Like,
really?
There is no debate. Magic Johnson's the greatest point guard of all time.
Here's another issue that people are going to have. I've watched 0 Magic Johnson games in my entire life.
Right.
So my opinion could be very invalid, and I get that. Same with Michael Jordan. Like, I'm not going to sit down and just watch every basketball game Michael Jordan ever played. Don't care to, don't want to. But
once you get done with The Last Dance, I mean, it's like Jesus.
The Last
Michael
Dance.
Jordan.
The Last Dance. No, see, The Last Dance made me like Michael Jordan less.
Just because he's an a-hole?
Yes, he's just a jerk.
Him and Kobe both. They basically carbon copies.
Like, oh, he's this great leader. He got his teammates to go. Yeah, because he was a jerk to him.
Right.
Like, everybody talks about LeBron. Like, everybody loves LeBron. Anybody that plays with LeBron is like, he's this goofy guy that just dances around. He's a family man. Like, he has nothing. Like, people don't like have any issues with him by the way he treats other people. Now, they might not agree with everything he agrees with because he's a crazy politics guy too. But like, The Last Dance made me dislike Michael Jordan even more than I already did. And I haven't watched it since it was COVID, I think, when that came out. Like, I haven't watched it since then because I don't want to. But like, and then the things that came out after that, like Scottie Pippen came out and was like, we didn't know that it was going to portray us as this or portray us as that. And it was basically the Michael Jordan documentary, not the Chicago Bulls documentary.
Which, I mean, I love you, Scotty, but what do you expect when they make the
world doesn't revolve around you, Scottie Pippen.
I mean,
you think you were watching The Last Dance to see what you thought about the Chicago Bulls?
Right.
No, we could have sat and listened to Michael Jordan do a 2-hour interview before we listened to you say one word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will say one thing about
So LeBron. Do you say Magic or Steph? Steph Curry is on my top 5 NBA basketball players of all time.
Really?
Yes. So he's up there for me.
I just keep thinking if I draft a fantasy team, that has,
well, it depends on who else you have.
Yeah. It's just so hard to not pick Magic Johnson just because he can do everything you need a point guard to do. He's going to be the guy that's going to get you the ball. If I had Magic Johnson as point guard, I think Magic Johnson's a better point guard than I think Steph's a point guard. I think Steph, if you want to say,
I don't disagree with that.
If you want to say Steph's a better player in the history of the game, maybe.
I don't disagree with that.
But I do think Magic Johnson's a better true point.
I don't disagree with that.
Right. I think Magic Johnson, like Magic Johnson's, if I had Magic Johnson as the 1 and Steph as the 2, there's no one's going to beat that lineup. I don't care who else the rest of the team has.
Yeah. The only thing Steph doesn't have is defense. which he's not a horrible defender. He's just not like Magic Johnson. Like
right.
Magic Johnson could guard 1 through 4, maybe 1 through 5.
1 through 5 in the finals.
He played in the finals as a rookie, like
as a 5.
Post. Yeah. So yeah. So, but I just the amount Steph Curry to me. This might be a little bit of a hot take, but Steph Curry to me might be the most valuable when he's on the floor, the most valuable attention drawing player of all time. You have to know where he's at. He's always on the move.
Yeah, I agree.
And if he sets an off ball screen, if he sets a back screen for Kevin Durant, like, are you going to help off Steph? Or are you going to let Kevin Durant just score a layup? Like, it's probably the same shot pretty much. Steph wide open from 3 or Kevin Durant shooting a layup. I
saw there was a clip on, like, it was like a YouTube short the other day I was watching, but it was LeBron. He was it might have been him on the Cavs, maybe it was him on the Lakers, but it was Clay was still on the Warriors, and he was playing the Warriors with Steph and Clay, and Clay comes up, he's wide open, like Clay's wide open with the ball, and Steph, and LeBron is guarding. He goes up to guard Clay because Clay has the ball, and all of a sudden he realizes Steph Curry's wide open in the corner. So instead of guarding Clay, who's maybe the top 3 shooter of all time,
he ain't bad.
Instead of guarding Klay Thompson with no one else on the 3-point line, he runs over to Steph because he knows that Steph's just got a better chance. He's just got a better chance of making that shot.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I agree. I mean, you can't. I mean, you're chasing Steph all over the court. He never stops moving. It looks exhausting.
I think he's got to be the most, like, I can't think of another player that draws more attention. He doesn't even have the ball in his hands. You got to know where he's at. Like, maybe a post back in the day, like maybe Shaq drew a lot of attention. Like, you had to throw a double team at him or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you know where he's at. He's down the block. Like, Steph is running around in circles, running 18 miles a game or something like that.
Yeah.
That just sounds awful trying to guard him and game plan against him.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
For those dudes that have to guard him. They just throw out the most athletic guy on the floor.
Yeah.
just go run, Matthew Dellavedova.
Yeah. Lock him down for one game. That worked really well.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, that's all I've got for.
Yeah, I think that was a good start.
Yada yada. There was a lot of yada yada in here.
There was a lot of yada. I'm sure we'll watch the playback and realize we'll grow. We'll continue to grow.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't you worry, chat.
It's a work in progress. Chat, listen. You got to be patient with us. Okay, you have to. This is our first time. I don't even have a mic. I've got my headphones that have a microphone attached right here.
Right.
We were bored. We thought, hey, this would be kind of fun. We like to talk about things.
Here's the deal. These conversations, they're going to happen anyways. So we might as well just record it and see what happens.
Exactly. You know? Let's make some money. Chat, we're gonna post the link in the chat. GoFundMe or our Venmo.
GoFundMe. Hey, you throw in those super chats, we'll answer them. Anything you want. You want to know anything about me?
We'll give you a shout out. Ask some questions. Things you want to hear us talk about.
Right.
Drop some money in there. I'll buy a mic. Every dollar that's given to Yada Yada Podcast goes back to Yada Yada Podcast. I'm not going to buy a steak dinner with it. I'm going to buy a podcast mic, maybe a different camera. A
new camera would be nice. I was gonna, I might spiff up this chalkboard.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
A good old drawing.
Yeah, maybe like a neon sign.
Ooh, neon, that'd be sweet. There you go. See,
little bar sign.
We got all these ideas. All we need is the funds.
Right.
All right. So we'll drop a link in there. All money proceeds go to Yada Yada, and we'll spiff this little podcast up and get it going. get it up and running.
We'll make it real nice for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by, everybody.
Yes. And there's nowhere else you'd rather be than yada yada.
Yada yada.
So there's what was the
oh yeah, big gulps.
Oh yeah, big gulps, eh? Well, see you later. All right, here's our outro.
We have a real outro
and an outro. Yeah. Okay. I texted it to you earlier. We talked, you listened. Make sure and subscribe. So we're gonna post this on stuff once we figure it out.
Let me see here.
We talked, you listened. Make sure and subscribe. Yada yada yada. Peace. I think that's a pretty good outro.
Yeah. We'll just clip the rest of that crap we were saying and then just use
use that right there.
Right.
All right. I'm going to stop the recording.
Okay.